In my defense, guys, I was left unsupervised. Hey everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing my June book haul. I don't even know how many books I bought. I think I'll count it up at the end of the video. Let's just go ahead and get started with this video, guys. Okay, so one of the first books I bought is Fairytale Volume 6 by Hiroshima. As everyone knows, this entire year I've been reading the Fairytale volumes. There's like 100 of them. I read one a month. This is on volume 6. We follow about 3 or 4 main characters: Lucy, Natsu, and Happy. Lucy is a celestial witch. She works with the zodiac signs. Natsu is a fire wizard, and then Happy is a flying cat. They go on adventures with this guild, and a lot of stuff happened with it. I absolutely love volumes 1 through 4. Number 5 is on my TBR for this month, and then hopefully next month I'll read volume 6. So I'm looking forward to this. The next 4 books I have are graphic novels. The first one being Lumberjanes Volume 18. I have read all of these Lumberjanes. We follow a group of 5 girls: April, Jo, Mal, Molly, and Ripley, who go to Lumberjanes camp for girls, and over there they follow magical stuff that happen: yetis, gods and goddesses, mer people, sea lions, all that stuff. I did read volume 18. I'll be leaving my wrap up on the but I did enjoy this one, and I cannot wait for volume 19. The next is Fence Volume 4 Rivals by C.S. Past. This follows a group of kids who go to this boarding school, and the one kid we follow is Nicholas. He's there based off a sports scholarship, so if he doesn't get into the fencing club, basically he can't go to that school anymore. Absolutely love volumes 1 through 3. Cannot wait to read this. I then bought Moonstruck Volume 3 by Grace Ellis and Shay Beagle. This is in a town that is a bunch of magical creatures: witches, vampires, werewolves, gargoyles, fairies, stuff like that. Stuff happen. In Volume 2, we are introduced to the fairies, who basically hold all the other people hostage. Absolutely love Volume 1 and 2. Cannot wait to read Volume 3. And then I bought Juliet Takes a Breath by Gabby Rivera and Celia Mosca. This follows a girl named Juliet who comes to terms with the fact that she is gay. She goes to Portland, Oregon to meet with one of her mentors and finds out the reality of a white feminist, and coming to terms with her sexuality, who she is, and what she stands with. Again, love this. 5 out of 5 stars. I didn't know that it was an actual book when I read it, so that was a shocker. I then bought The Girl from the Sea by Molly Knox Offsex, and this follows a girl named Morgan who is secretly a lesbian, but nobody really knows that. One day she gets saved by this mysterious girl named Kelty, and there she finds out maybe this island isn't so bad. But as we go on, the secrets come truth for both Morgan and Kelty. I am looking forward to reading this. This is on my TBR, which I will be linking again up on the I bought One Last Stop by Casey McKennis. This is from the author of Red, White, and Royal Blue, and we follow 23-year-old August, who moves to New York, and she is basically like not happy with it until she meets this mysterious girl named Jane on the subway. But then she finds out Jane isn't from this time period. She's from the 1970s, and she is stuck basically in this on the subway, and now August has to use everything she tried to leave in her own past to help Jane and all that. Looking forward to reading this again on my TBR this month. I caved in and bought Nickelodeon Instructions for Dancing. And this follows a girl named Evie Thompson. She doesn't believe in love anymore, especially after the strange things occurs one otherwise ordinary afternoon. She witnesses a couple kiss and is overcome with the vision of how their romance begins and how it will end. After that, even the greatest love stories end with a broken heart, eventually. As Evie tries to understand why this is happening, she finds herself at La Brea dance studio, learning to waltz, foxtrot, and tango with a boy named X. X is all that Evie is not: adventurous, passionate, daring. His philosophy is to say yes to everything, including entering a ballroom dance competition with a girl he only just met. Falling for X is definitely not what Evie had in mind. If her vision of heartbreak has taught her anything, it's that no one escapes love unscathed. But as she and X dance around and towards each other, Evie is forced to question all she thought she knew about life and love. In the end, is love worth the risk? Absolutely love the first 2 books that Nickelodeon came out, and I cannot wait to read this. I bought a physical copy of Infinity Sun by Adam Severa. And this basically follows 2 brothers, Emil and Brighton, who have always idolized the Spellwalkers, a vigilant group sworn to protect New York with their supernatural powers. Lately, it's become a problem. As much as Bridgerton wants to be in the center of action for his social media channels, Emil wants no part in the war against the Bloodcasters, an enemy gang with power stolen from magical creatures. Then Brighton is attacked on the subway and Emil fights back with a power he did not know he had, Phoenix Fire, thrusting them into the war. The Spellwalkers are convinced Emil is the key to saving the country, but a rogue Bloodcaster who can change his appearance at will has Emil questioning everything. A lot of people enjoy this. I want to see what all the hype is about, so I didn't end up buying it. I then bought The Box in the Woods by Maureen Johnson, which is the 4th book in the Truly Devious series. And this, I believe it's like maybe the summer after the final book. And Stevie gets an invitation to go and basically be a counselor at this camp. But they are inviting her there to basically solve a murder or disappearance that happened where 3 counselors just vanished. And so it's her, Janelle, Nate, and I believe... yeah, her, Janelle, and Nate, and they basically go there to be counselors and try to figure out what happened. I absolutely love the Truly Devious series. I cannot wait to read this. I then bought Jay's Gay Agenda by Jason June, and this is a 2021 release. And so this is about a guy named Jay Collar, and there's one thing Jay knows for sure. He's a strict statistical normal as the only out gay kid in his small rural Washington town, while all his friends kept talking about their heterosexual hookups and relationship. Jay can only dream of his own first, compelling a romance to-do list, all the things he hopes to one day experience, his gay agenda. Then against all odds, his family moves to Seattle. He starts his senior year at a new high school with a thriving LGBTQIA plus community. For the first time ever, Jay feels like he's found where he truly belongs. But as Jay begins crossing items off his list, he'll soon be torn between his heart and his hormones, his old friends and his new ones, because after all, life and love don't always go according to plan. So I'm very looking forward to this. A lot of people love this, and I can't believe I actually have it. I then caved into all the hype about these next 2 books. The first one being Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. And this follows a girl named Chloe Brown, and she is a chronically ill computer geek with a goal, a plan, and a list. After almost but not quite dying, she comes up with 7 directives to help her get a life, and she's already completed the first, finally moving out of her glamorous family mansion. The next items: enjoy a drunken night out, ride a motorcycle, go camping, have meaningless but thoroughly enjoyable sex, travel the world with nothing but hand luggage, and do something bad. But it's not easy being bad, even when you've written step-by-step guidelines on how to do it correctly. What Chloe needs is a teacher, and she knows just the man for the job. Redford Morgan is a handyman with tattoos, a motorcycle, and more sex appeal than 10,000 Hollywood heartthrobs. He's also an artist who paints at night and hides his work in the light of day, which Chloe knows because she spies on him occasionally. Just the teeniest tiny bit. But when she enlists Red in her mission to rebel, she learns things about him that no spy session could teach her. That's why he clearly resents Chloe's wealthy background, and why he never shows his art to anyone and rarely lives beneath his rough exterior. A lot of people enjoy this. Let's see if I do as well. And then I caved and bought From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is basically, I don't know if it's vampire or fairy smuts. I don't want to read too much into it because it is a big ass, almost 600 page book. But I am looking forward to reading this. So those are all 13 books I bought in the month of June. Comment down below if you have read any of these and which one you say I should read first. I believe right here on the side of me 2 videos you guys should go check out. I try to post twice a week. Sometimes life gets in the way, sometimes work gets in the way. And I will hopefully be seeing you guys very soon with another video. Bye guys!